Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. I know I haven't posted any kind of content when it comes to the new critical stuff, floor 70, EX 1, 2, Shiva, any of that stuff. I still got to get through all of that if I got time. This weekend has been kind of busy for me. Me and the girls have just finished a karate tournament. We all came in second place, which was really good. It was just for katas. For those of you that don't know, I've been doing karate for a little while now. Same thing with the girls for like 2 years. And there's a lot of prepping, so I haven't had time to actually go ahead and start making these videos as much as I wanted to, and I do apologize for that. But we're gonna jump in, talk about this notice. I got a poll video I'm gonna post later on with me and my daughters polling on my no overboost account, and it was a lot of fun. Alexia also edited that video. She does great edits. So let's jump in. Let's talk about the new notices and what's going on in the game. So co-op battles currently going to be happening with Ifrit and or Bahamut. I don't know, and I don't think they're going to give us a co-op with Ifrit and Bahamut just yet, but there could be a possibility them saying Ifrit and Bahamut, or Ifrit or Bahamut. Anyways, co-op battles coming in with the actual event page picture here. It shows all 4 of them, but it only talks about these 2 here. So I'm not sure if there's going to be Shiva and Ramu. This little thumbnail here or picture reminds me that like Ifrit and Bahamut are in one fight. Shiva and Ramu are going to be a duo in another fight eventually, because I think we're going to get that dual summon fight with these 2 in it, and that's why we got so many water and fire weapons, not just for all these stuff going on at the moment, the critical event, the Easter event, all that wanted fire stuff, but I still think that it's going to go towards these 2 fighting together, which is going to be pretty cool. But this is happening on the 24th, which that makes it this Wednesday coming up. But also with that, you guys, there is a new event. I want to show you this in a different way, but I'll show it like this. So coming soon, a brilliant Green Mirage. This is our new event also happening on the 24th. But this event's really cool because it's going to bring back a lot of old event weapons that we don't have. And this ties into the high wind. So if you're not a day 1 player or during those events you weren't able to farm everything, this is going to be a great opportunity to get back into it and increasing your high wind damage output, because high wind's been helping me a ton when it came to the really hard content. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But this has to do something with Director Dio of the Gold Saucer has set up to create a green haven. Cloud and his friends are forced to put the grand plan into action, but will they succeed? So we're going to be fighting, looks like Bahamut here, or Behemoth. And we're going to get 2 different materials, one being a clear fragment and the other one a red seed. And yes, we are getting Rune Blade, one of the coolest weapons from Cloud. But that also means weapon parts in this event. So if you guys have the limited banner, his Final Fantasy 9, anything that's limited on Cloud, you can now get weapon parts. So this part and this other part I want to show you in a separate order. I believe it's page 4, April's co-op content. This shows you who's getting weapon parts on which day, and April 25th, the next day after this event, Cloud will have more weapon parts in there. So 20 weapon parts coming in the co-op shop, which is up here. You go to exchange, metal exchange. There should be new stuff for here, guys, every week. Don't forget. But Cloud's weapon parts going to be here, 20 pieces, and then 50 to 100 pieces on the event. I believe it's 50. I think I've seen some events give 100, but man, I've been through so many events I actually just not pay attention. I just buy the item and I carry on with my day. Especially if I'm not using it right away, so correct me if I'm wrong somewhere there. I'm pretty sure it's 50 to 100. So with that being said, there is also, besides the Rune Blade, new event weapons coming in. And not really new, but old like I was talking about. In addition to the new event weapons, which means there's probably going to be another weapon besides Cloud and his Rune Blade, the event will also allow users to obtain weapons from past events from the draw page by exchanging event weapon draw tickets using event exchangeable items. So these exchangeable items are probably going to give us draw tickets. We use those draw tickets to go get those old weapons, which is really good because this all ties in to the high wind. And before we jump into the high wind and talking about that, looking forward to that new event, just because also a bunch of blue crystals coming in. We are getting floor 71 to 90. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably not there. This is really difficult to get past floor 70, but with the new high wind buffs, if you guys actually work on it, and you go check on my high wind video, I show you how to get the one with 150,000 damage on a single hit for each character, while also getting the other one that's 500,000 total damage. The same strategy applies to both of those. But Floor 70, I did complete it, and the high wind buffs helped dramatically. HP wise, defense, surviving, it was very, very key. But this new one's coming up on the 24th as well, from floor 71 to 90. And most of the stuff, besides the blue crystals, it's only character memories. And that is important as a new player, and especially as an old player when they increase the level cap. You don't have to farm as much. So it isn't something that's necessary because the specific memories for each character can be farmed with the daily quest. The only problem is nowadays the daily quest, you have to choose between memories and those really good enhancement weapon parts to get weapons to level 100, 110, right? So it's hard to decide now, and this becomes more valuable clearing all the floors because we're not spending our time collecting memories anymore. We're trying to get those weapon parts so we get that much stronger. So even if you can't complete it, you could do those dailies, but try your hardest to get through that because a bunch of free blue crystals there. And I'll talk about my strategy that I did for it, and eventually hopefully I upload a video for it once I do got time. But on floor 70, got it completed. I ended up using Barret, Tifa, and Aerith. Barret was there for his assault gun so that he raises defense, and then Aerith was there for the full heal with damage as well, and then Tifa was my main DPS. I didn't use her motor drive. I know you guys can't see her. Let me move for a second. I didn't use her motor drive, and I know that setup looks kind of crazy, but she was only doing like 29,000, 20,000. Crits were about 40k almost, but crits barely happened. So overall damage, you could copy my DPS with another character. As long as they're doing wind damage especially, you're going to be okay. These two came in here with the wind materia to do damage and Bahamut on Aerith in order to get to that last part of DPS. So once he restores his HP, that's a DPS race. He's going to do 2 rampages, then the third one's going to kill you. So during that, you got to make sure that you're constantly DPSing. After that second rampage where you have to like break the circle sigils, that phase, right after that second circle sigil break phase, is just DPS with everybody. If they need a little bit of heal, throw one more heal in there, but just DPS like crazy, because that's basically him going into rage mode. So key factors here was assault gun to raise defense. Matt's another good character who heals and raises defense at the same time. And then I brought a little bit of damage. Bear is rocking like I think 3,000 attack. Yeah, 3,000 attack. And Aerith is the healer with 2,000 healing and 3,000 magic attack, so that way she can do the wind materia of 287 potency and Bahamut. I just got Bahamut level 5. I use a level 4 here. You could also bring in a summon with damage, right? Just actually her limit break, Seal Evil, because I believe this guy is no, he doesn't resist anything, so you can do whatever summon you want. So and then obviously Tifa was using her main gloves here to do the main damage, but if she had motor drive, she would use motor drive. Somersault helped a lot. Quick summon to interrupt attacks like I showed you in other videos. So it is possible to do floor 70. It just, you need Matt or Barret or an OB6 Mithril Rod from Aerith. If you have a lot of defense and a lot of HP, then you only need one Mithril Rod or other weapons that just increase defense by 1 tier for the whole party. As long as you have an AoE defense up, you're golden. You could probably get away with like 3 vent weapons or your DPS stopping, but it all depends on the strategy. So with that being said, the high wind. Now the high wind and that event weapons coming out is because there's this one here, and yes, this is my current high wind level 19. That video I uploaded talking about making sure you level up high wind, and the stabilizer constantly has really helped out for getting me through quickly. I did it differently with my no overboost account, and this one's by far way ahead because I focused on the level 19 stabilizer. But you can see my next upgrades at 20,000. I'm collecting 454 paint cans per one. So if I collect one here, 454 paint cans, and there's a chance of the cactar popping up. So a little bit new information. I've only had one rare enemy appear on both my accounts. This is the only one that actually got the cactar, and I think it gave me like 5,000 paint cans and something else. And then I got that achievement for the 20 pieces. And you can see clear 3 high wind rare enemy battles, 1 out of 3. So it only happened once this entire time from upgrading, collecting every day as efficient as possible. And I tried to do things like increasing the rarity and all that on my other account compared to this one. And yeah, it's all RNG. But back to why it's important for those event weapons. If you do have a bunch of weapons maxed out, So it's this one. This one is saying, hey, you need a bunch of weapons maxed out to OB10, and I have 37 out of 40, and that's mostly because of event weapons. And this is going to increase our weapons C ability potency, which is really good. In the end result, this goes really, really high. When you overboost it, it's probably going to be one of the best ones besides HP because of how much potency is going to be added to your weapon. Obviously, raising your attack, magic attack is going to be good too, but this is a huge one, and this one's going to give a lot of power to even older weapons or any weapon in general to constantly add more damage. So your off weapons that just like put breaches on, defense down, your weapons doing damage, as long as it's the weapon's ability and it causes damage, it's increased damage overall on all characters, on all 6 weapons. So really cool one to get there, and that event is going to help a ton with getting that higher for you guys. So that is the entire notices, new battle floor, new co-op coming out, and the Mirage event, which brings lots of weapon parts for Cloud and whoever else has the other weapon coming out, because usually events have 2 weapons. But that is everything I want to cover as it comes to the guides, the critical guide on the co-op or single, and Shiva. Once I have time, I'll get that out there. If I don't, I'll cover everything else that's new coming up, because I am backtracked with just everything going on. I've got a trip coming up. I'm going to someone's wedding, and it's a destination wedding, so I'm going to be gone for a whole week. And then when I come back, there's another karate tournament I'm going to be part of. So right now, there's just a lot of training, a lot of prepping, a lot of packing. So I am a little behind on all these videos, and I do apologize. Besides that, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.